let me kick you a situation. You're on a road trip. You're going to visit your auntie. It's July 3rd. The next day, you're going to go light some fireworks. You're going to go drink some iced tea. You're going to go, I don't know, have a barbecue. But you know what you got to do? You got to take a piss. Because you're on a road trip. That's something you got to do. So you pull into a gas station. It's one of those gas stations that's connected to the ones that are connected to a restaurant. They're really weird. I don't understand them. There's some partnership going on. And what's the restaurant? It's not exactly a restaurant. What is it? It's an Arby's. You go in there, you go take a piss, you look around the store, you see corn nuts, Pringles, you see these cool displays of knives and lighters and vapes in the back that you wish you could have. You go up to the Arby's. And what do? You ask your dad, hey, can I get a meal? And he says, yeah, sure, whatever. We got another 6 hours to go. You get a meal. It's not half bad. You're on your road trip. You have a beef and cheddar, mozzarella sticks, a Diet Coke. And you think to yourself, you know what? Why do people hate on Arby's? It's not that bad of a meal. It's not that bad of a fast food place. It's not that bad of food in general. And this is the situation that most people find themselves in. Arby's is not that bad of food. I think that people hate on Arby's just to hate on Arby's. Now, the question to answer is, do people hate on Arby's just because it's bad or just to hop on the bandwagon? Because people hate on stuff just to hate on it all the time. For example, people hate, I don't know, Ninja or a popular musician just because they're popular. It's just something to hate on just because it's popular. That's the only reason. Now, I'm not saying Arby's is popular, because by no means it is. And I'm not saying they have good food, because by no means do they do. Like, for example, their new Wagyu burger, that stuff is absolute garbage. It's because people expect them to take $8,000 A5 Japanese Wagyu, put it into a $5 burger, and expect to make a profit. That's just not how that's going to work. What they did do was take about 5 cents worth of Wagyu, put it into about 4 pounds of the most just frozen freezer burn meat, like any fast food restaurant that is trying to make a profit, such as McDonald's, that their burgers and chicken are literally 10-cent patties that they buy from the most frozen backwater alley of an alley, that they get shipped to them from 40,000 miles away, and it's freezer burned in half Jello by the time it gets there, and then they serve it to you for $9. What Arby's needs to do to make it better is stick to the narrative of kind of what In-N-Out and, I don't know, Big Five did, or Five Guys did. Like Five Guys and In-N-Out. In-N-Out, what do they have? Like 2 burgers and like a fries and a drink. If Arby's stuck with beef and cheddar and sliders, and then just curly fries, mozzarella sticks, drink, and that's all they had on their menu, I bet people would love it so much more. And they didn't come out with crappy Wagyu, just like chicken. Like, why does every restaurant in the world need chicken? Every fast food thinks that it needs chicken sandwiches on their meal, on their menu. They came out with Greek food. They came out with freaking tacos, fish. Why does a burger joint need fish? That is the most revolting thing I've ever seen. The only fast food joint that needs fish is maybe KFC. That's probably the only fast food joint I've ever had that has a good fish sandwich. And that's because they heat it up to 1,000,000 degrees so that when you eat it, it burns your mouth. And so you can't even taste it. And then they make it extremely spicy. I swear it's like 9 million Scoville units. So when you eat it, you can't even taste the fish. So they can literally just be putting straight plastic in it, and it would be perfectly fine. And it tastes great. So look, you look at the pros of Arby's. There's a couple pros. First, it's reasonably priced. It's a reasonably priced place. Like, you can't be looking at McDonald's and saying that's reasonably priced. It's not a reasonably priced place. It's like $9 for a Big Mac that has 2, like, 1/8-inch patties with a handful of the soggiest, nastiest tasting lettuce you've ever had in your life, and Big Mac sauce, which is literally just mayo, ketchup, and diced pickles. Like, what is that? And you can't be saying that Arby's isn't reasonably priced, because I think the most expensive thing, I don't know, I haven't been there in a while, but I swear, like, the beef and cheddar meal is maybe, like, I would assume, like, $8, which is, like, a reasonable price. Like, once a meal gets above like $10 at fast food, there's really no point. If you cannot hand a fast food worker $10 bills at your drive-through and get change back, I don't know what you're doing. Also, they're kind of like a pinnacle of like mediocrity in the fast food world. They're like, if you're on a tier list, Arby's is what you base everything else off of. You take Arby's and you put it at C tier, like A, B, C, D, and E. You put it at C tier. You're basing everything else off of Arby's. In my opinion, that is a C tier. You're basing everything else off of it. I don't care where anything else goes, but I believe that Arby's, you base everything else off of Arby's. No questions asked. Like, yeah, you can say, oh no, it's like garbage food. No. There are so many places that are way worse than Arby's. Like, how many people do you think go to, I don't know, Dairy Queen for something other than Blizzards? Absolutely no one. You cannot say that Dairy Queen is above Arby's just because they have good Blizzards. That is one item out of 40 on their menu. No questions asked. Also, curly fries. People always say Jack in the Box, whatever the heck that is. Jack in the Box curly fries are better. First of all, Jack in the Box is not common. Where I live, like the 4 states next to me where I travel to and drive to, I've never heard of Jack in the Box and have never heard of their curly fries. So first of all, they're the only place near me that have curly fries, and they're probably top 3 fries next to like, let's see, probably like Red Robin fries, which isn't even a fast food. McDonald's fries are pretty good. Curly fries, probably best curly fries. Also, mozzarella sticks. Probably some of the best mozzarella sticks. They're not cold. They're not gross. They're pretty freaking good. Beef and cheddar sandwich. Not half bad either. It's literally just meat and cheese. That is literally the pinnacle of America. You can't say that's bad. That is really just your American-made sandwich. Now, bad things about Arby's. They're too fancy. Don't be so fancy. Like, just stick to the basics. That's your American made. Stick to the basics. There's really full-on Reddits called I Hate Arby's saying they, like, their kid, like, they were pregnant and their kid died because they ate, like, a single Arby's freaking beef and cheddar and they had to have an abortion because of it. Like, that is literally some of the posts on there. But yeah, anyways, I feel like it is pretty hated. I don't think it deserves the hate. But I definitely think that it does make very stupid choices and that it should just adopt like In-N-Out standards and just be like more simple. Like, simple is just so much better. Or just literally just sell like just fries. Like, literally just sell sides and then just connect your store with a better burger joint and tell them to go buy their burgers and like sandwiches and stuff from them and then go and buy the sides and drinks or something from Arby's. That would be literally better business. Yeah, anyways, that's everything. Have a good day.